Fresh Pond Road in Queens runs between the neighbourhoods of Maspeth and Ridgewood. There is always a burning question though, just why is it called Fresh Pond Road when there are no ponds anywhere near the area? As you will see, I will include images along the journey of what the area once looked like. Whenever I get to a spot where an old image exists, I will just slot it into the video unannounced. Fresh Pond Road is one of the oldest roads in New York, dating back to before the colonists arrived, some 400 plus years ago. Yes, before Columbus discovered America, there were people already living here. In fact, a little birdie told me that the first inhabitants of America arrived some 12,000 years ago. That would be 6,000 years before even God created man. They didn't teach me that in Sunday school. The Mespeatches tribe were the Native Americans who lived here at the time, which is by whom the neighbourhood of Maspeth is so named. Fresh Pond Road itself was an old native trail that the Mespeatches used, which stretched from present-day Maspeth to Jamaica Bay in Brooklyn. There, the natives were able to fish and clam for their tribe. When Dutch colonists arrived and settled in the 1600s, they continued to use the trail themselves. At one point, the road became known as Kill's Path to the Dutch settlers. This was due to the many battles that took place between various native tribes along the trail. At one point, between 1643 and 1645, there was a conflict known as Kief's War, which was fought in Manhattan between the colony of New Netherland and the Lenape tribe of Native Americans. After Dutch colonists massacred the Lenape, the Mespeatches tribe retaliated locally by wiping out the entire colony of Dutch settlers in modern-day Maspeth. Nearly a decade would pass before the Dutch ventured back into the area again. The Native American Trail became known as Fresh Pond Road in the 1800s, and was so named because of two small ponds that existed further north from where we currently are. The ponds were the result of water runoff from the nearby Newtown Creek. Old maps of the area still show the ponds as far back as the 1910s, but by the 1920s they had been drained and filled in. In this map from over 100 years ago, it shows the two ponds right next to Fresh Pond Road, which runs north to south on the map. The map itself I find personally interesting. For example, I currently live on a numbered street, but according to the map, the street that I currently live on was once called Atlantic Street. Also, the names of the neighbourhoods were different 100 years ago. This section where I am currently filming, in Ridgewood, was once called St. James Park. I can also see other names for Ridgewood on the map. The main hub appears to have been called Wyckoff Heights, and just to the left of Fresh Pond Road, there was a section called Metropolitan. There is even a very small area called Ridgewood Heights. North of present-day Ridgewood, past Metropolitan Avenue, to the left of where the ponds are, that is the neighbourhood of Maspeth, where I live. According to the 1911 map, though, the neighbourhood at the time was called Melvina. I could spend hours on maps like this. In fact, I pretty much did. For the most of you, this probably isn't going to mean much. But for people from the neighbourhoods that I am filming, I would imagine that they will be pausing the video, just like I also studied the map to see what streets used to be called. So that was just a very brief history of the road that I am currently walking on. I was doing the walk along Fresh Pond Road anyway, but I thought to myself, why not tell everyone the story of one of the oldest roads in New York City? I'm sure that will be interesting to someone, right? 400 years ago, on the road that I am currently walking on, it was once walked upon by the original inhabitants of the area, the Mespeatches tribe of Native Americans.
Emociones se lo vino. A tu vida mucho